So the Eastern Conference this year just got a lot better. The Boston Celtics being able to resign all their players. The Knicks added Mikal Bridges and Giannis and Dame just running it back. And this time, hopefully, they're healthy. And the 76ers adding Paul George. All of this in the Eastern Conference is just great for basketball. And the reason I say this is because for the last couple of years in the East, it's been seeming like it's been kind of weak, really. And the West just has been dominated by far. They've been the better conference. And to be honest, they still really are. But this year, with all the signings that happened, the offseason that the Eastern Conference had this year, it's going to be really good. And especially in the playoffs when these teams are competing, it's going to be just elite hoops, I'm telling y'all. But we're going to look through some of these teams and the players that they added and just looking to see if they're either going to win a championship or be able to compete and contend for one. So we're just going to look at some of the top teams in the Eastern Conference, of course, and just see who's really going to come out the East and win a championship. First up, we got the Boston Celtics. Now, the Boston Celtics is being able to resign all their players and keep the same championship unit that they had. I just think that's an A+ already. And then they added a guy in Lonnie Walker. And Lonnie Walker is a decent player. He can actually play. Now, I don't know if he's going to stay on this roster because I heard after the summer camp he might be gone. But who knows? If Lonnie Walker stays with the Celtics, bro, of course they're going to be able to win the championship again. So the Celtics are already looking like an A+ team again, just with the re-signing. And this is a championship unit, so I wouldn't break this up. And then added Lonnie Walker, that's a scoring threat, and he can defend. I like this a lot. Next up, we have the New York Knicks. Now, the New York Knicks, they had a big addition, added Mikal Bridges. I just think already that's a good piece for their team. Everybody wanted that. New York wanted that. And most importantly, Brunson and the rest of the unit, they probably wanted Mikal Bridges on the team, and that's why he's there. But Brunson re-signed. OG Anunoby got his money. Tua re-signed too. So this roster is decent, and they look like the team to challenge Boston the most just with the length and size that they had. And they have Jalen Brunson, an elite scoring threat. Julius Randle, if he's healthy, he could be a good scorer too. Mikal Bridges could score here and there. And then they have elite role players with Dante and Josh Hart. So I definitely like the Knicks too. And this is definitely an A+ right here too as well. I think this team challenges Boston, but I don't know if they beat them. But this is definitely like an A for the Knicks for sure. Next up, we have the Bucks. Now, we already know this team has Dame and Giannis leading the charge, but this offseason, they added Taurean Prince and Gary Trent Jr. Now, what this does for the team is this just adds depth in defense. This is what this team needed, and I'm not saying it's going to take them over the top and help them win a championship, but, I mean, this is what they needed to win a championship, and also what they need is their two main guys to stay healthy within Dame and Giannis. Also, Chris Middleton here and there has been missing a lot of games, but they still have Brook, but Brook is aging, but he's still a decent player. Bobby Portis is also getting up there, but he's still a decent player and can play. So I like this team. They just need to stay healthy, honestly, and I think they can honestly go to the conference finals and even make it to the finals. Who knows? Next up is the 76ers. The 76ers had a splash this offseason with Paul George. That was a big signing. Maxey re-signed for a big deal. They also added Caleb Martin from the Heat. I think that was a big piece that they could have added to this team, and they did it. KJ Martin they also got, and they also re-signed Kelly Oubre Jr. They also got Drummond, and they got Eric Gordon. These are all players that can help the roster and compete, but the main focus is if Embiid can stay healthy. I've been saying stay healthy in this video a lot because these players in the Eastern Conference just don't stay healthy, and that's what's not helping their teams. Because even if they have this good of a roster, their main piece being on this team is not there. It's not going to work. So Embiid needs to be on this team, and that's the only way for this roster to win. But other than that, they definitely had a good offseason with all these additions. Now, honestly, these are the top teams in the Eastern Conference to me, and I just think at their full strengths, they definitely sit at 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the Eastern Conference. The rest of the teams, they really don't even compete with these teams, but the Magic are also a good unit, young unit who are coming up. They re-signed Frags Wagner. I think that was good, and they added KCP who can shoot and play defense, and the Pacers, they re-signed some of their players too, but other than that, the Eastern Conference has become elite just with the top tier teams, and that's what really matters the most. But with that being said, if you guys like this video, make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe, get this video to 6 likes, and I'll be dropping again. Thank you guys, and I'm out.